How big of a deal is it to see a strike at all three of the big three automakers, but not a full-blown strike, these targeted strikes? How out of the norm is this?
This is completely out of the norm. And this is one of the most mature collective bargaining relationships we have in the country. These companies and this union have been bargaining, I think, for close to 90 years. And this is a strategy that we've never seen before in this industry. So it is absolutely unprecedented.
All right, so according to you, the big issues here are compensation tied to the company's success, hiring more workers and preserving current jobs, and also input into the EV future. Is there one that you believe is the stickiest when it comes to this negotiation?
I think the idea that the union wants to share in the company's success when they bore so much of the burden when these companies were really having a hard time in 2007. None of these companies, I mean, if you think about the difference in the financial health of these companies now compared to 2007, far from being teetering on the edge of bankruptcy, these are companies that are, seeing record profits, billions and billions of dollars in profits. And this union says, we were your partner back then. We helped save this industry. Now we think we're entitled to a share of its success. I think that spirit, if you think about what the union is asking for in these negotiations, it's really the spirit of that demand to share in the success that explains a lot about what the union is asking for here.
Right. And from the big three automakers, we have seen offers that would be double-digit pay raises. Obviously, the union wants more. Another big thing we have to talk about, this is a bit in the weeds, but the future of EVs. There's some concerns that EVs will have less parts, which could mean less jobs. That's one of the big sticking points in this deal, but it's also a theme just across just the board when it comes to labor in America. Innovation, whether it be automation, AI, how it impacts workers. Just talk to me about, in general, the labor movement in America and innovation. How do the two go together?
So collective bargaining is really the most important way that workers can have a voice in the future of the companies and the industries that they work in. And I think that's why this strike is really going to resonate with a lot of the public, even people who never have thought about working in an auto plant. Because a lot of people, because of AI, because of other technological changes, because of climate change, are looking at their jobs differently. They know that things are going to be changing in the future, and they want to be a part of that change. They want it to happen with them, not to them. And that's what the UAW is saying here. They're not saying we don't want to move to EVs. They're not saying we want to stop this. They're saying we want to have a say in how this happens so that it happens fairly, so that the impact of those changes is done in a way that doesn't put their interests on the sideline. And collective bargaining is really the only way for workers to be protected in demanding that kind of seat at the table as many sectors transform.